I mean, I wish that I had some pictures of the size of the Pacific Force. One night, well, maybe it was one day, I went out in the forecastle, that was the bow of the ship, and I just counted destroyers and DEs. And we counted 125, not counting the cruisers and the aircraft carriers, just in this fleet, over 125 ships of my class, of the class of ships that I was on. Yeah, this is how huge the Pacific Fleet was. Unbelievable. I think at one time there was something like 58 aircraft carriers flying against the Japanese.
Yeah. But even with all the losses that we took at Pearl Harbor and all as the casualties built, so there was never a thought that this isn't going to go well. That eventually,
I think Midway, the Battle of Midway set it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
that was
I
the
think the
turning
good
point.
Lord was with us that day, you know. The second ship that I was on, the Charles R. Weir, was the squadron that he was, the torpedo squadron that he was on, left, it wasn't a territory, but anyways, left the aircraft carrier and went to get that fourth carrier. I don't know what type of hits they got, but of the whole squadron, only 2 ships returned. And the other ships went into the drink. Some of them were, men were saved by the submarines, picked them up, our submarines. But they damaged the aircraft carrier, that was their newest aircraft carrier, so bad that the Japanese had to sink it. They were taking it back to Japan. They had to sink it. They couldn't, it wouldn't survive. Yeah.
What was, I mean, you still had a different experience of people who hadn't served, so after the war, how did it change? How did it just change your outlook on how you look at things?
Well, there's a lot of reasons, but we're just happy the way things came out. Well, I was laying mostly in a hospital, and every time we see a wounded veteran, he gave us their story, and it didn't look good for a while, but and then it just turned out.
Yeah. Ray, how did it change you?
Well, just want to mention